Hi. Oh,
Hello, back in Halifax. To
yes,
think then where we were.
yes,
Where are we? Halifax. Back in Halifax,
yes.
and we've had a new moon.
We have had a new moon.
And we're in the same room. So we're going to do our new moon oracle cards and hope that the guidance that they give will help you and inspire you over the next couple of weeks. I'm Annie Conboy,
I'm Gwen Coltman.
and welcome to AstralGem Predicts. So, I believe it's me with
Yes, your new moon.
yes,
New moon in Aquarius.
yes.
A solar eclipse.
Solar eclipse, lots of solar activity.
Yeah.
Mercury's chuntering its way to go in
Retrograde,
retrograde
yeah.
on the 26th. So yeah, and I've got a dog, Bubble, come here, who's he's found my handbag and he's looking for things in the handbag, particularly if it's chocolate
Come
or rewards. Anyway, so now he's back over here under some sort of control.
here.
We'll do the reading. I'm going to use my tarot of the Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland. And I've also got, thank you. He's got a row counter and he's playing with it. And the Priestess of Light cards that always seem to
Yeah, that
resonate
they all
well, don't
resonate,
they?
yeah.
So I don't know what you feel like over the last 2 weeks, but it certainly has been a mega releasing
Yes,
following that full moon.
yeah.
You might have found yourself full of confusion. You might have felt you were full of frustration. Your head might have been all over the place, spaghetti about to explode. Um, we're in slightly calmer waters, but we're still adjusting to the push that's being given to us because obviously we're in a new year and we have had the Chinese New Year as well.
We have the
So
fiery horse.
the fiery horse, yes. So lots of new beginnings, lots of galloping ahead with passion. For me, fire is
Yeah,
always bringing the passion. So just being aware that you might be wanting to rush ahead, but feeling like you're still on hold. So, so just be gentle with yourself, a step at a time, day by day. That's what my guides keep saying, day by day, and that's the way we've got to go. So, let's look at something a bit more specific, because of course, in the outer world, all the secrets are tumbling out. We're finally facing up to when we do things, we will at some point be accountable.
and this new moon's all about authenticity, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
And karma is a bitch if you don't learn the lessons of what you've created. Karma is the energy you've sent out returning back to you. And a dog who still thinks he'd like to go into my knitting, whether he's going to take up the knitting, I don't know.
Ah,
So, um, thinking about that, think about over this next couple of weeks, what you've given out, you get back. So, starting to kind of look at what is it that you don't want to give out anymore? What is it that needs to stop, to finish, to be walked away from? We used that phrase this morning.
yeah.
Did we walk away from it? And here we have the first card, which is rebuild. There she is. She's very peaceful, very serene. She's got her hands over her heart. She's got her wings behind her. Just remember the force of love that the angels are, the gift of the golden vibration they can give you, and rebuild. We often think when it's all falling down around us. Oh my gosh. But actually, that gives us a wonderful opportunity to reorganize and to reshape and to say, well, actually, it would suit me better if
Yeah.
we go into houses and we turn them out into different shapes and different colours, and we're rebuilding, we're recreating. And if you've been dreaming about houses in your dreams, just consider one of the things that houses represent in our dreams is ourselves. And so, are you dreaming about a beautiful, organised, multi-roomed, spacious, peaceful house? Or are you dreaming of a higgledy-piggledy, dusty, in need of some repair house? That's telling you, look at you and look at how you clean house inwardly. Because you can't send good energy out if you're all cluttered inside. And the key clutter to move is whatever's inside. The material world, it'll all go anyway. It all does in the end. But what for cleared out for ourselves that needs to be let go? Coming with it is Earth Magic. I love this card. It's just such a powerful one. Obviously, we've gone into the year of a horse. And horses represent stamina, they represent power, they represent sometimes speed. They also represent that ability to remove obstacles because you can just rise over your obstacles. And with horses, you get that sense of fearlessness and you can be carried. So remember, as we go in this next couple of weeks, 3 weeks even, ask for help, take help, grab help, ask your loved ones, come on, sort it out for me. They will lift you, they will carry you, they will ride forward for you and bring you past whatever is currently in your way. So yeah, just grab that energy and move with it. The next card I've got is the Observe card. And it's important to think about observing where you are right now. When we go into new beginnings, we've often got an idea, right, I'm going to do it this way. This is what I want. But as you can see, there are many different perspectives on our situation. We don't have to look at things just from purely one view. We can change our position and have a look from a different point of view. So the Observe card is reminding you that what's being presented to you may not be a challenge, it may be an opportunity. So flip it, stand in a different position to whatever it is you're stuck with and see what you find from that reversing of viewpoint. Sometimes things have to be on their head. You have to be on your head before you can get back upright on your feet. So allow for that in the coming weeks. Allow yourself to be the observer, note taking in your mind, not in the thick of it. Observing works best when you can stand outside it and outside yourself and go, what's happening here? And particularly as I've mentioned karma, what karma's coming back to me that I need to just release or recalibrate with. Under the Observer card, we've got the beautiful Adjustment card. Now, I always feel like she's kind of looking back over her shoulder. She's got this beautiful owl saying, wisdom, use your wisdom. And sometimes we don't use our wisdom. We're looking back, but we're not seeing what we've achieved. And we're trying to move forward, but we're hindering ourselves because we're still pinned to what's in the past. So the Adjustment card is fabulous with the Observe card because you're looking for your wisdoms that you've already learned. You're looking, the universe is saying, look, you've had this, you've had this pattern 10 times, 15 times, 3 times. What is it you need to observe that will break the pattern? What is it that will spur you to the action that moves you forward rather than keeps you stuck going backwards, looking backwards? And I always adore this card. This is the Simply Love card. It's really important. There's a I call that a book of wisdom. I don't know if you can see it. This little light coming out of the end of the book. It's like a book of wisdom, and it's the passing. I always see this card as the passing on of love, the passing on of life experience, the passing on of wisdom. Your wisdom isn't only what you have learned, it's what all those around you have learned, your ancestors, your forebears. We have learned the good ways of doing things, and we've learned the wrong ways of doing things. And it's about reminding ourselves we got to this point in our progress as a human race by boosting the love and by honouring what is good and what we can give to each other. And I feel like, especially at the moment with everything that's tumbling around, and all this rising fear of wars and whatever, and we actually have lots of war situations going on, conflict situations. Love is about bringing the peace. Love is about finding the peace to live with one another and to continue with our growing of our families. And underneath it is something that's really important with love, and it's setting boundaries. It's very easy to say, I'll give love, I'll give love, I'll give love. It's less easy to say, I'll receive love, I'll receive love, I'll receive love. And sometimes, because that is out of balance, what we end up doing is giving all to everybody and not having boundaries on ourselves and our self-love, and others taking advantage. If you look at the sources of conflict, they are all about boundaries, physical boundaries, fighting over who lives where and who controls what and who's the big boss. What love is about having those boundaries that are loving towards each other and that bring a give and take. So when you're observing over these next couple of weeks, just check your boundaries that are in place. Check that you are loving yourself as well as loving others, and that you're receiving what love they can give you. That's really going to be important in the coming year, because it's going to be a very busy year. And speaking of that, here's the giving and receiving card. Just to reinforce.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we have talents and abilities and gifts we can share with one another. It's time to give, but it's also time to receive. This is a year of abundance, but you won't get it if you don't open up to receive. You can't get it if you're not going to receive it. So take the gifts from whoever. We've had a beautiful gift this morning, haven't we?
Yeah.
And an unlooked for gift, a lovely blessing of grace in the middle of very stressful times.
Thank you, Claire.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Claire. And this is what the giving and receiving is about. It's about letting yourself take those gifts and be ready to share gifts with others yourself, and not resist, not count it as a cost or an obligation. Just, yeah, I'll have that. It's pinned and underpinned with grateful optimism, because of course when we give and receive, what we're doing is sharing the love. We're making that simply love feeling go out all around the world. And if we can remind ourselves that as human beings, we have a huge, huge capacity for love, far more capacity for love than we have for hate. And if we can be grateful for what comes our way, grateful for what we can give, if somebody makes me the perfect cup of tea, it's like, oh, wow, they've given me something, and maybe I can give them something back. It might be not to them directly, it might be to somebody else. Again, grateful optimism. The good stuff will happen if I open my heart and let it happen. And that joyful view of the future. When we want to turn the challenge into hope, we have to fix on the future will work out okay. We don't know how it'll work out. We don't know what ways will go click, 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 but it will work out. Absolutely. That karmic return will happen one way or another. It may take years, it may take a lifetime, it may take 5 lifetimes, but that karmic return always hits. So why not make sure as human beings we are receiving and sending out the love? And remembering the love that's sent from on high, from your loved ones, from the angels, from all of the star beings who are around to help us, and be gratefully optimistic.
Lovely. Thank you, Annie. Yes, so and this all comes down to, you know, all the new beginnings. You know, we've got the beginning of the new lunar year. So this is the first new moon of the lunar year. So again, it's the new beginnings that are going to be happening throughout the year. Saying that, showing the cards, I'm using my Moonology cards, and I've brought out Carl Gray's and Angels and Ancestors, because certainly over the past, you have to excuse my croaky voice, over the past week, I've felt a lot of ancestral energy around me, and certainly been calling upon my guides and my and the angels to guide me through that fuzzy head stage that we've all been having. Okay, let's see what they've got. Yeah. Lovely. Okay. And I think, you know, from what your cards were saying as well, it's this belief that there is this conscious unity, isn't there? That, you know, we need to trust in it. We need to trust in the universe. We need to trust that it's not only us that's going through this trials and tribulations. There's others as well. We can be there for each other. And as you say, Annie, you know, to share that love that's around. Okay. Oh. Okay. Right. So we've got the disseminating moon here, and it's time to take a deep breath out. Phew. Phew. I've got that coming through, you know, because we have been wrapped up in you know, certainly in this first month of the year, we've been wrapped up in, you know, preparing for the change. You know, preparing for things to happen, and that has caused, certainly for myself, it's certainly caused a lot of anxiety and panic. Well, not panic, but definitely anxiety on getting the changes happening and getting myself moving forward. And with that becomes the mirror guardian, and again, very much like take time to breathe out. It's about the time to reflect as well. What has been happening? What's, as you just said in the cards, what's been good? What's been not so good? Let's get rid of the old, bring in the new, and, you know, be ready. You know, prepare ourselves for this change that will be happening. You know, very soon, in the near future. With her there, she's looking at her own reflection, but she's seeing the universe, and I think that's quite important. Is that we often think with our head, and we think about us through, you know, through the, you know, sort of the male ego. Don't forget that heart, the feelings you've got, and just remembering you're not alone. You know, your guides and your spirals are around you, and the universe will allow what will be. Que sera, sera, I always say. Just allow that to be a bit like a mantra, because that's what's got me through.
Mm,
It is what it is.
mm,
Tomorrow's another day. I like that. This is the blue moon.
mm,
Okay. And certainly with the eclipse energy, because what the eclipse energy does, it super boosts
mm,
the energy of the
mm,
phase of the moon at the time.
mm.
So, this is the new moon. So it's really boosting the energy of
Yeah,
that new moon, of these new beginnings. It's you're seeing that light at the end of the tunnel. And as it says, believe in the impossible. You might be thinking, it's not going to happen, or
mm,
how can it happen, or when will it happen? But just believe that
yeah,
whatever will be, as I said. But even if you've got to go through a change that you didn't think you had to, it wasn't part of your plan, your head plan, but it's part of the universe plan of what happens next. This is very similar. Um, we got the lovely raven there,
yes,
and it's the autumn card, but it says release the old and rest.
yeah,
And that's the period, that's the phase we're going into. We're getting rid of the old. We're resting, and we will plummet into the new, and it's going to be a nice journey for us all. Um, Now the raven, they're always around, aren't they?
yeah. That's my dad's symbol.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And it's noticing them as well, because at the moment they are everywhere. Everywhere I
Mm,
look, I'm seeing, either a crow or a raven,
mhm.
and just acknowledge them, you know,
Yeah,
because they're very wise birds,
I just have to giggle because I went upstairs and on the landing was a little silver screw
right?
out of one of the boxes I have.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have been there, but that's my dad, isn't it?
Right, he
He
leaves
leaves
little
little
trinkets around.
things,
Yeah,
pennies and
yeah,
screws and
yeah.
whatever. So he's come in the cards as well.
Full moon in Cancer. And whenever Cancer comes up, not only do I think of the lovely the positive emotions, but it's the hard shell that the crab symbol has, and it's that resilience that
Mm,
you need to remember you have got that resilience.
mm,
And this is talking about a personal issue that reaches a resolution. So maybe there's been something in your personal life that has been burdening you and has been bringing you down.
mm.
Now it's time for it to be resolved, and but you might need to be tough. You put on your armor to get through it. I always say that about the crab. Although the sign of the cancer, it's the moon's sign is Cancer, isn't it?
Mm.
And it's
And
all
we've
full of
just
the
come out
emotion.
of the full
Full
moon
moon in Cancer,
Cancer.
exactly. But it's not time to take your armor off yet. If you've
Not
got
quite.
things to get through,
Mm.
you need to have that resilience.
Yeah.
And the Shaolin master comes up with that. And what he's saying is be graceful in any movement or action.
Yeah.
So don't be a bull in a china shop. Just go in with that grace and that air, knowing how resilient you
Mm.
are. Be strong. As you say, it's a year of the horse, and
Mm.
that strength to just get over things with ease and
Mm.
grace.
Yeah.
And but make sure the action is happening,
Yeah.
that you're not being pulled by the reins, basically,
Mm.
that you are moving forward. Um, um, but getting those resolutions sorted.
Mm.
Um, it might be one of our listeners, but I'm getting a real sense that there's been a conflict of some sort that somebody needs to get through. So I think that message is coming through now for you, in that just be strong, be resilient.
Mm.
Um, you know you're on the right path. So
I think the other thing with a horse as well, when you see them go over the jumps, it's that rise above it.
rise above it. That's a good one, Annie. Yeah,
That sort of you'll find a firm landing on the other side.
yeah,
Just rise above it.
yeah. Do
Yeah.
do that movement and take action.
Mm.
Because we've got the gibbous moon here, and this one is stating that you're very close to achieving your goals.
Mm.
And that is what this time of the year is
Yeah.
about. You know, we're feeling it, aren't we?
Yeah.
But we're all saying, when's it going to happen?
Yeah.
But we can feel it, and
Yeah.
that's what we got to go with. We've got to go with that feeling that things
Mm.
are definitely shifting in the right direction. Um, that cancer card is, it's
Mm.
obviously a very strong message. To keep your armor on, be resilient, because you're very close. It's going to be happening soon,
Mm.
and I like the way that the moon there is sort of, um, I would say it immersing from the trees, although the trees are underneath. But it's like the trees are pointing towards it, saying, "This is you. You're
Mm.
going to get there." Yeah. And then we've got. Oh, this could be me. We got the peacekeeper here,
Mm.
and the beautiful buffalo, and the indigenous people have often used the buffalo for survival.
Mm.
It is, they use it for their clothes, they use it for their food,
Yeah.
they use it for their shelter,
Mm.
and the buffalo is there. And if it says here, let go of the need to be right. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
it's not there's no right or wrong about anything
Mm.
really. It's
Yeah.
just going with the flow,
Yeah.
and I feel there's a lot of blueness in these cards. So it could be that you're needing to say things out loud. And
Mm.
we were talking about this the other day. We both had
Yes.
sort of fuzzy throats, and we're
Yeah.
thinking that we need to be talking out more
Yeah.
about the things that we want for to achieve our goals,
Mm.
and letting other people know that that's what they need to do
Mm.
as well. So
Yeah.
and um, the, the, I'm going to go back to the because beginning. The universe has the answers, not you. You're
Mm.
not all, you're not always right. And sometimes it's about holding your hand. I'm saying, actually, I'm changing my mind now.
Yeah.
Although I've been digging my heels in,
Yeah.
I'm changing my mind now,
Yeah.
and certainly for myself, I'm terrible for needing to do things myself and not asking for help.
Mm.
And over the last couple of days, things have just moved forward a lot by me inviting others in to help. And I think that's what we've got to remember is
Yeah.
don't try and do everything yourself either.
Yeah. And
You
I,
know,
th I think there's a key point there that sometimes we assume others know what we require and desire, and we never actually voice it. And the universe is going, well, come on, tell me what you want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. and and we don't answer with, I'll tell you what I want, what I
yeah,
really, really want.
yeah,
And it's that vocalization of the wishes and the dreams and the hopes, putting it out as an energy form
yeah,
into the world.
definitely.
And others then go, oh, is that what you want? Oh, well, here, I've got that.
Yeah.
Oh, did you need one of those? Look,
It's
I've got
been
one.
for me, it's been like a magic wand, abracadabra, there you go.
Yeah.
It's been that sort of thing.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
because I've been stuck in my head that I need to do it my way. And I
Mm.
think this card's sort of saying, you've got things that are around you for your own survival. You've got your family, you've got your friends, you've got your guides,
Mm.
um, call out, speak
Yeah.
out to them, ask
Yeah.
them, and things will happen for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So lovely cards there. A
Mm.
bit different to yours, but I think
Mm.
yours is very much centered around the self-love and the
Mm.
love and the conscious unity, whereas this is more the things that need your cards need to my cards need to embrace what you've got for
Mm.
make it that whole picture.
Yeah.
And I think it's been quite a good spread this time for the new
Mm.
moon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot there for us. And
definitely.
hopefully you'll find some of the wisdom there in the cards for you as well.
I felt there's definitely a personal message there
Right.
with that cancer card for somebody that's listening.
Yeah, yeah. So hopefully it'll go where it should go. If you've enjoyed watching us, please subscribe on our YouTube. We do post on our other social media, but you'll get the alerts from YouTube when we put a new video up. And also, if you have enjoyed it and you think there's anyone else who can benefit from listening to our reading, please let them know. Share.
It's
You don't
great.
have to watch everyone because we're here every fortnight, but dip in or just give them the heads up. There's a little bit of a message for them in maybe this new
Yeah,
moon.
it's new
Yeah.
moon. Yeah,
So
definitely.
thank you,
Oh,
everybody.
thank
Thank you
you.
for your support,
Yeah.
and we will see you soon.
Yeah, for full moon.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.